we're under a crazy time crunch to build an LML Duramax because the guy wants to pick it up Monday. So we're gonna see if we can get this built, simmed, and ready to go for the guy to be here at 8 a.m. on Monday. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, so let's see if Bobby can get it done. We don't have cylinder heads. We've got really nothing for this engine on the time frame he wants. So let's go see if these guys can do it and how quick they can. All right, so we got Bobby here and we're gonna see how quickly he can do the engine. All you guys see Bobby on the short form content, but this is really exciting to showcase what he can do, and we're gonna time it. Are you ready to be timed?
As ready as I can be.
Okay. Some people freak out. They're like, oh my gosh, they're under a timer. He's gonna skip quality. If anybody's met or ever seen Bobby's work, this dude does not skip quality, no matter the time limit. So we're just gonna time it to see really how soon we can do it. I don't think we've ever put a timer to you, have we?
I don't think so. You know, sometimes I put one on myself if I have a quota to meet, but I've never actually started a timer at the beginning of the build.
Now, you've got a lot of racing background.
Yes.
So you're used to time limits.
Yes.
In that world.
Yes.
So this is, I mean, this is not new for you besides just here in this room.
No, not at all. It's nothing different. All I'm going to do is actually start the timer on my phone, but I'll maintain the same quality and efficiency that I always try to keep during our builds. So.
Yeah. Now, some exclusions so that we're clear. The block has already been machined, so this is one that we pulled off the shelf. The story behind this is, and the reason that we're running this is because Colt said that there was a customer with like a crazy circumstance, broke a crank in their LML, and they just needed one urgently.
Of course.
So we pushed it through, doing an urgent build, and so they're gonna pick it up Monday.
Cool.
So we've got, today is Wednesday at like, what time is it, 3?
4 p.m. I think.
Wednesday at 4 p.m. So really not a lot of time because we gotta build it, sim it, and then have it ready to go.
Exactly.
And then when we get their engine on Monday, then we'll assess it. But the block's already machined. Have you already polished the crank?
No, we have not polished the crank yet. The crank will be polished first thing tomorrow. That won't be counted on the timer because Cole's going to polish the crank for me.
Okay.
He's also checking out the rods for me as well.
Okay.
So at least the housing bore and the small end on the rods will already be checked out.
Okay.
Obviously, I still come in and load them with bearings and check my tolerances with the bearings loaded up inside of them.
Yeah.
But it does help me get a good basis on where to start at and what rods to put on what journal, what bearings to put in what rod, and everything like that. But I'll still be measuring the bearings, torquing everything up, and checking them with the bore gauge.
Can we see the engine where you've got it so far?
So right now, like you said, it's 4 p.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I've got all the freeze plugs in and just a coat
sweet.
of primer on it right now.
Okay.
So I'll get another few coats of paint on it. So tomorrow it'll be dried and ready to go.
Okay.
And then from there, we'll go grab a crank from next door, polish it up, make sure the rods are good. Cole's on them right now.
Okay.
So everything should be ready real early tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'll leave all the boxes sealed and everything so everyone knows that I wasn't measuring things beforehand.
Yeah,
But we'll go through, measure everything, check all the tolerances, and assemble it.
What about heads? Does Eric have heads?
I believe we have heads, yes.
Hey, Eric, do we have LML heads?
No.
Okay. Can we have some tomorrow morning? Dude, the timer starts tomorrow then.
All right, we're done.
Okay, Eric wants to join the challenge too.
All right.
So all these heads are with like upgraded valves and springs, which are, this is just a stock build, right? Okay, challenge is on, dude.
We're at 7, so I'll...
Okay, let's do it. So you got to take heads from scratch.
Yeah, scratch. Tear them apart, blast them, clean them, inspect them, build them.
All right, it's gonna be a double challenge. Okay, challenge is on then.
I don't see why we couldn't do it, man. In 2 days, that's no problem.
Yeah.
Even if we hit a stop somewhere or a rough patch, I don't see why we couldn't get it done in 2 days.
I love it. I love it. Okay, let the timer start. I guess tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Sweet. So tell me what happened with this. I heard something blew up with their engine.
Yeah, so as far as I'm aware, the crank let go, which just destroyed their engine.
Okay.
The customer who's called is doing the repair for someone in his area, so he's just supplying transportation and trying to get this guy taken care of in his area.
Okay.
So he's been the forefront, told the guy about us, loved what he saw online, preached us up, chatted in, said, hey,
Okay.
I need an LML engine for this guy's truck so I can get them back on the road. So we're just helping another guy, helping that other guy.
Helping that other guy.
Yeah, we're just helping the chain.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to put Colt on the spot here. So you, Colt is our parts manager. He runs engines. He also does all our Black Friday stuff, Cyber Monday. He's really the go-to guy for a lot of stuff. So he coordinates how these guys get all their ingredients, so to say, pistons, bearings, gaskets, everything like that for the builders. On top of that, everything that we help out with online, banks, PPE, S&B, all these guys. That's this dude right here. So
one and only.
and since he does all that, we when he says go on an engine, we go. And so that's why we're doing all this time crunch. So we're trying to make this happen. Really, Eric's going to do heads tomorrow, which is a lot to do. A lot to do tomorrow, because we really need to be putting this thing in the sim test Friday to know if we got issues. Okay, so you've started a challenge here where everybody's excited to do this under a time crunch. Okay, all right, we're gonna see. Tomorrow's the day. Okay, so it is the next day. Everybody's already cooking. Eric's in the back doing the cylinder head, so I'm gonna take you back there and show you that. And then Jake, Bobby, Cole, all those guys are already getting the rods and everything ready. So a lot of stuff is happening. Let me show you. All right, let's walk through here. Morning, Eric.
Good morning, Miles.
Dude, you're already cooking.
I'm already cooking here, yeah.
Nice.
So we had some disassembled, so.
Beautiful. So this is the before, obviously.
I decarboned them in our parts washer and then scraped all the carbon off because, I mean, it's a diesel, they get carboned up, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm working on one right now. So.
Oh yeah. Huge difference.
Huge difference already, so what is it? Or 8 o'clock, so.
Wow.
See if we can get this done.
So how long does it take to do each head?
It takes probably like, it depends, but 45 minutes-ish
Yeah.
per head.
Well, it comes out looking really almost like new.
Yeah, it looks brand new.
All right, well, we'll watch you finish that one and then do this one.
Sweet. So.
Yeah. All right, Eric's doing awesome on those cylinder heads. Before he loads the other one, we're just gonna go over and touch bases with Bobby, Cole, and those guys, see where they're at, and hopefully get a good update. Clock's ticking. All right, there she is. All dry. Cole, good morning.
Good morning.
How's this going over here?
Good, just finishing up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Got to get these took back apart, cleaned, and ready to go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then the crank, how's that coming?
I got 2 of them right there. They're already key weight. They just need to be polished and cleaned. So.
Sweet. Beautiful.
Yep.
Nice job, dude. No Bobby. Where's Bobby on this engine? You know?
He's got cart built and ready to roll. I know.
This is his cart?
That's his cart. Yep.
Okay.
So LMLs are tricky. On some of the internals, there's prongs. So I gave him both sets of rod bearings to be prepared for whichever prongs are on that rod.
Right.
So that way he's ready. He doesn't have to go get extra parts. The only thing he's missing is his MLX gaskets, which he prefers to grab himself.
Just because of the size or whatever he uses?
Just for
Okay.
that piston protrusion, he likes to grab them. I love doing that for him, just letting him have that free will.
Right.
And I know we've got some rods getting washed extra nice for him.
We've got
So-
our Colt cams. ARP studs.
Yep. Nice
Okay.
new oil pump and XDP push rods.
Okay.
There's some goodies on this cart for a nice stock truck.
Okay.
So I think the customer's gonna be very happy.
Bobby, how you feeling today?
Feeling good?
You feeling good?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
Good.
Gonna get the crank polished up here. Waiting on the rods to be checked out by Cole.
Okay.
And then should be time to start the timer.
Okay. All right, now back to check on Eric. He should be finishing up that first head. We're gonna see how it came out and then look at this second cylinder head before he loads it. How's my timing?
That was honestly perfect. I'm just
Yes.
rinsing it off,
Okay.
trying to get all the media out. Not trying, I am gonna get all the media out. Don't
Right.
want that in your motor. So I try to get all the media that I can out right now, just so that in the other room, it doesn't get everywhere.
Right. Because then you still wash it.
Yeah.
You kind of rinse it and try and get the majority of it out here.
Yep, so I'll rinse it and then blow it out with air. And then we wash it 2 more times and blow it out with air. So,
Okay, sweet. Where is that media? I want to show, do we have any?
so let's see. Right here.
Yeah, I mean,
It's pretty fine. Oh gosh, I'm gonna make a mess.
and it's glass,
It's glass, correct? Yep. So.
which gives it, I mean, you were really the one that pushed us on getting a machine like this because what it does with aluminum is not only cleans it, but like polishes it.
Yeah, polishes it. And just the wet blaster just makes it look super good. I mean, that looks brand new.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
all right, on
Okay.
to the next one.
On to the next. Awesome work, Aaron. Next step is for Bobby to finish setting up, set the timer, and then see how long it takes him. All right, there's Eric. Heads are done. Let's check them out. All right, they look good.
Look brand new.
Yeah. All right.
I'll check guides with these. Pretty easy process.
Okay. Okay. All right. Once you're set up, I'm gonna go check on Bobby,
Okay.
and then I'll come back and see how the guides look.
Sweet.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Looks like Bobby's getting pretty well set up here. Bobby's over here cleaning. How's it going, Bobby?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just getting these rocker stands cleaned up a little bit, polishing up the shafts, making sure everything fits well and there's no jams. These used parts, sometimes they jam up on the rod, so.
Yeah. All right.
All right, we got the Duramax in here. I'm just leveling the head. A lot of people just slap a level on here, but I'll use a dial indicator. So I'll go this way, so that's zeroed. And I'll do front to back. That's 0 there. Check this corner. We're right at 1 thou there. And a little less than 0. So I can use these knobs now to tilt the table to get it perfect. So now we're at like a 1/2 thou above 0 and about a 1/2 thou above 0 there too. So we'll leave it at that. I'll set my vertical 0 here for my cutter and my horizontal start. So my cut's gonna start right there. And I can bring my cutter over, So it moves freely over the top right now. So now I'll just bring it down until it hits. So it hit right there. You can actually kind of see the little mark it made. Very tiny. So then I'll go up 1 thou, and that's my new 0. I know Duramaxes are roughly 24 inches, so my cut length, 24 inches. All right, so while the other head's in the resurfacer, I'm gonna check the guides on that one. That head, the guides were good. This is just a stock build, so we're not doing anything crazy with the guides. So as long as they're within spec, they're good to go. We do have one that has a little bit of an issue. It happens pretty quick. So roughly you want about 2 thou clearance on these Duramaxes. So as soon as your gauge goes in there, you want it to spike right to about 2 thou. So that one is a good one, but if we put it in this one, I'll try to go the same speed, but it takes a second. So I'm in the guide and it's above 3 thou, and then it goes up to 2 thou. So I'm gonna replace that one, and I'll show you how to do that as well. This machine is awesome. It makes changing out guides so much easier. Got my new guide here. You just want to make sure this pilot is smaller than the diameter of the guide so it can go down and push it through. Just gonna put a little press lube on the top of this guide so when it pushes through it doesn't score the aluminum. Alright, there's the old guide. Alright, now we'll put some press lube in the hole there and on the guide. So this tool, I can set my depth so it's the same height as the other guides. So I'll just spin this collar down until it hits that other sleeve right there. You can't really see it go in, but guide's right there. Put my sleeve over the top. Bring my hydraulic press down. Press it on, boom. So now that we got the guide in, it's not to the correct size. So we want about 2 thou, and I'm guessing it's gonna be around 1. So it's pretty close. It's a little less than 2. At the very top here, or at the bottom, it gets a little tight. So now we can hone that out to get it perfect. So I'm checking the guide with the pilot I'm using for the new one. So this spins inside the guide when we're cutting the seats for the new one. So you don't want this to bind up. So you just want it to drop nice and easy down in there, which it did. And that means I'm probably at my right clearance. So yeah, we're at just at 2 there. So that's perfect. Sweet, that looks good. So I already have a program set up for the Duramaxes. A lot of the Duramaxes are interchangeable, at least for the cut profile. So I got 4 angles. I kind of just match what the factory is because this is, again, a stock build. So now I'm just gonna bring my cutter down until I hear it hit the seat. You won't see it on camera, but you might be able to hear it. So it doesn't look super pretty right now. I'll have to keep cutting down. These seats are pretty rusty. So even though we're rushing this build, I'm not rushing my process or quality, so everything gets treated the same. So before I just assume all the valves are the same thickness, even though they're brand new valves, I'm gonna test each and every valve. All right, so I found about 8 valves that I can use on this head. I'll find 8 valves for the other head when I do it. But before I cut down anymore, I'm gonna put some expo marker on this valve to see my contact patch. So I made that one cut earlier. And there we go. So where the Sharpie or expo marker rubbed away, that's where my contact is. So that's a really nice line right there. So now I can continue cutting these. That looks good, so I'll move on to the next one. All right, so I got the second one cut here, and it's pretty repetitive, so I'm just gonna cut all these holes, and then I'll come back to you guys when we cut the intake and exhaust surfaces on the head.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I got them. They just arrived.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about timing. I was over there with Bobby and just nervous.
Yeah. Yeah. Brand new, straight from the factory, dual alloys.
And that's and the 30s.
30 overs.
Sweet.
So they'll be a perfect fit for Bobby to get them in, get them rolling for him to make some headway.
Okay, you're like Santa Claus around here. You usually delivering the presents. Can I deliver
try.
this one to Bobby?
Have the pleasure.
Sorry to steal your thunder
No,
there.
I don't mind sharing the thunder.
Okay. Eric had one bad guide, but he replaced that in the head. So he's going to machine the heads, get those ready for Bobby. I'll take these over, and then I think we're going to start the timer shortly after.
Deal.
Okay.
Let's get them cracking.
All right. Dun da da da.
Yes.
Got your pistons, dude.
Awesome.
Seriously, I called you. I won't say 30 seconds. It had to be a minute or two ago.
Yeah.
And I go down, call code over. There they are.
Sweet.
Then the timer, I guess, after you gap the rings, do anything you need to there, that's when you're thinking the timer.
I was gonna start it as soon as I open this box.
Oh.
So I'm
okay.
sure that these pistons probably have the rings already loaded onto them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull the rings off because I need to double check gap on them. They almost never come correct from the factory, or at least not where I like to set them for our builds.
Right.
So I'm gonna pull all the pistons out, get them in order, pull the rings off, gap rings first while there's nothing else in the engine.
Okay.
Once rings are set, I'll start measuring pistons, check piston to wall, and then from there I'll start putting bearings in and checking my tolerances.
Sweet. Okay, I'm excited. Man, timer.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that piece.
I know, yeah, everything is still in boxes. I haven't opened anything yet.
Okay.
So I tried to prepare as well as I can, but I haven't measured any of the bearings, so you'll see me clean the bearings, measure the bearings, load them all up, check all my clearances, the whole 9 yards.
Beautiful. Awesome. All right, handy dandy clock. Okay, we'll leave this here for a minute so that we can just watch the time when you start to go.
That is perfect.
All right, are we cutting here, dude?
We're cutting some seats. Yeah.
Oh, you're already making some chips.
I am, yeah. We got the exhaust all cut. Recession's good.
Eric's not wasting any time.
What is it?
I moved I stole the
I was
clock.
like, where's the clock? What time
Sorry.
is it?
It is 10:49.
10:49. All right.
Yeah.
We're making good headway here.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so you had the one guide.
Yep, had the one guide that was bad. Replaced that. It was actually on that head.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, but yeah, these guides all checked out.
Okay.
So,
Sweet.
yeah, I was trying to dial in my recession here, which it's good, so I can keep cutting. Yeah, we're gonna resurface the exhaust and intake sides. Just, I mean, the exhaust manifolds like to move around, and then it leaves like a line.
Yeah.
So, we'll just mill that and clean that up.
That's why you got that flipped on the intake side, or so you're just gonna flip it.
Yep,
in
so
this machine.
I'll do both. On Duramaxes, I do, yeah, intake and exhaust.
Yeah.
So.
Rock and roll, dude.
Yeah, we're killing it.
Yeah, you are. Dude.
I guess we're just waiting on pistons right now.
So I barely just delivered.
Oh,
the
we got
pistons.
'em.
So we got 'em.
Sweet,
So
awesome.
so Bobby's gonna set the timer here, so that you're aware.
Yeah.
I know you've already been running and gunning, but the timer's gonna be set for the build.
Sweet.
So he's probably gonna want those heads, I would hope, here
Just
in
ASAP.
a few hours.
Yeah. They'll.
So-
I think they'll be ready in a few hours.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't realize you were this far already.
Yeah,
This is awesome.
I'm cruising.
Yeah,
The new one makes a world of difference.
yeah.
Cause like otherwise I would have to be sitting at our other machine just doing it by hand.
Yeah.
I can just set this, let it go do something else.
All
it's,
right, dude.
It's awesome.
Just got a notification from Bobby that he's set up. You ready?
I'm ready to go.
Let the flag go down. Okay, it's 11 sharp. You got the timer here too.
Yep.
I'll let you do
Are
it.
you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's
Okay.
party.
Rings.
Actually, the rings did not come loaded, so that'll save us a little bit of time.
If you use your fingers to pry apart the rings, or you ring a use spread?
If they were on the piston, I'll use like the oil rings I can get off by hand, but that second and top ring, I mean, those are really stiff. They could cut your fingers. I always use the ring compressors or expanders. It also puts an even pressure all the way around it, which I prefer. Sometimes the rings can be a little fragile.
Yeah. All right, dude, I'm going to get out of your hair so I stop asking you questions.
Oh,
and
no problem,
let you
yeah.
do your thing.
I'll get it done as efficiently as I can.
I know you will.
Meanwhile,
Now we're gonna cut this intake, then we'll flip it over and do the exhaust.
All right, so I'm just doing a checkup. I'm going to make the rounds with Eric and then with Bobby.
That's the first head I did the seats in. We're cutting the second head right now, the seat.
Oh,
So,
gosh, so you've swapped them.
yeah, I've swapped
since
them
I've been-
already. Yeah,
Dang,
and it's only
dude.
been, what, 30, 45 minutes?
I'm going to
So-
warm my hands here by this fire. You're cooking. Okay,
Thank you.
this is great. I'm going to go check on Bobby and see where we're at, because I
Sweet.
think we are
Was it noon?
not quite,
Not
but
yet.
it's close.
All right, we're doing good. We're doing
We're
good.
doing good. When do you think you're on track?
I think like 3.
3?
I think
Okay.
3 I could get it done. I keep looking for the clock.
I know. I'm screwing probably a lot of people up with that. Okay.
But yeah, I think 3 o'clock. I'll be good to go.
Okay.
So that's the goal.
All right, dude. You're on camera.
I'm on camera.
We'll see.
I can't be lying now.
Okay. All right. Let's see where Bobby's at. We set the timer, or we started it right about 11, and so we're almost 40 minutes into it. Okay. Eric's got almost both heads cut.
Awesome.
On the seats, and then he's still got to resurface them and do the exhaust and stuff.
Great.
But he's thinking he's on track for maybe 3.
Perfect.
How are things going here? I see.
Good. I
making some
got
marks.
all the rings gapped, measured all the pistons, checked piston to wall, measured all the wrist pins so far. I'm about to measure up the crank.
Okay.
And then once the crank is measured, I'll pull all the bearings out, clean them up, measure all them, and I will start installing the main bearings, checking my main clearances, start calculating the rod clearances, and then it's on to cam bearings, camshaft, and start actually putting things together.
I love that we're actually showing this in some detail. Usually, a lot of the videos we're seeing, we don't show this, like the fine details of all the
Exactly.
steps. I think sometimes people think, oh, you just
I'm
put
just
the
an
rings on
engine
the piston.
assembler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're just
exactly.
slapping it together.
Yeah, no, I measure everything on every single engine we do. The shorts don't always show that, so I know sometimes people get a little confused about it, but I mean, I have an entire book of every single spec inside every single engine that I've assembled here.
How much time do you think is actually spent in the assembly process versus the measuring?
I'd say
preparation.
measuring it depends engine to engine. On something like this, a Duramax, a normal 8-cylinder with 5 mains, I probably measure for about 2 hours. If I don't have any issues, an hour to 2, depending what's going on with it. And then assembling usually takes, never time myself, but I think maybe 6 to 8 hours. It really depends, does the pressure test go well? If the pressure test fails and I have to pull a head off,
Right.
and double check the gasket or wherever it's leaking from or replace freeze plugs, that can add a lot of time right there.
Yeah.
So sometimes if it seems like I'm moving slow, I had a head leak and I've got to break all the head studs loose,
Right.
pull the head off, inspect the gasket, inspect where it was leaking. But if everything goes smoothly, it should be about 6 hours, I'd say,
That's awesome.
assuming no issues.
I think it's good for younger kids that look up to you and like, oh, I want to be like Bobby. But like as experienced as you are, you still spend a ton of time, hours, just measuring every single thing.
Measuring
you do.
is the most important part. It doesn't matter how well you put something together and how skilled you are at actually assembling. If your clearances aren't right, it's going to do a bearing. Anything could go wrong. If you're not clean, you could have grit inside the motor. Even if everything else is perfect, grit inside the motor is going to make the motor fail almost immediately.
Right. All right, dude. Well, this is awesome. It's coming along well.
Yeah,
Okay.
so far so good.
When are you thinking that you'll have ready for the sim, the engine ready for the sim?
Ready for the sim, honestly, I'm hoping it's 11:45. We work till 5:30. It should be mostly assembled by the end of the day, ready to hit the sim by tomorrow morning, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what we need if the guy's going to be here Monday.
Exactly.
Because, yeah.
Luckily, if I get it to that point, if there's any problems, I'll have all day tomorrow to troubleshoot them, and it will be ready by Monday,
Yeah.
no matter what. Even
Yeah.
if I have to work late, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to it.
Awesome.
So we got the intake and exhaust decked, and now we're gonna check our stem heights. So got a exhaust valve and an intake valve. Perfect. So then on the back side here is stem height. So that dictates your push rod length or whatever. So you want to make sure you have the right stem height on your valve. So there's this gauge. We put it on here. So that's measuring, it's 2 inch 72 thou. and this one's 2" and 65 thou. So I'm just gonna write all these down, and then in a little bit we'll grind the valves and I'll show you that as well.
Okay, Eric was dead accurate. You must be a machinist.
I was pretty good.
Well, I guess you're a little bit quicker. It's 2:56 here right now, and you said 3 o'clock.
I said 3 o'clock.
This is your last one.
That was my last keeper.
Dude.
Got it in.
Rock star. I love it.
We'll do a quick vacuum check and maybe we'll have success before 3 o'clock.
And where's the other head?
Oh, it's already in Bobby's room. So that was done at 2 o'clock. We already got that done.
Beautiful.
So,
all right, let's see how it tests.
all right. Here's one of the intakes.
Wow.
So if we turn that off, it should hold, which it is.
Yeah.
So we'll just go along here.
You want me to switch it off too?
Yeah, if you want to. Perfect. That one I'm having a little trouble. What one is that?
This is a perfect example. So
It is a perfect example. See,
you-
I'm not perfect. It's on camera. So this one was actually leaking. So if we
So
see,
we get to find out why.
yeah,
This is good.
yeah. I think it was this one. Yeah, so if we flick that off, see how it leaks down like that?
Yeah.
That means we have a small leak. It could just be a piece of lint. It could be an imperfection on the seat, on the valve,
Right.
or whatever. I'll finish this last intake here.
Okay. Goes up.
That one's good.
Okay. Well, I'm actually glad that we had that happen, because I was gonna say, do you ever be like, oh, I've done hundreds of these heads, I don't need to check, I'm so good.
Yeah, no, I always have to check it. Like, you always should check it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm not perfect. Machine's not perfect. I try to be perfect,
Right.
but that's not always the case. So,
Yeah, I mean, it could, I think you're right. Simple imperfection
yeah. So,
shows up here, but we don't want that to get to the truck. Or it
So-
could just be lint.
Yeah.
Or a piece of like blue towel. I mean,
Yeah, piece of lint. It could be metal, lint, whatever. So if we do this,
Okay.
and then if we hold it, or if you leave it on,
Oh, sorry.
you're good, you're good. I can put my palm, so it's number 7. So if I
Oh.
put my palm on 7,
Uh-huh.
and now turn it off, it
Yeah.
holds vacuum. So
something's not sealing
That-
on 7.
that valve.
Okay.
So we'll just pop that spring out. I'm over my 3 o'clock mark now, dang it.
I think Bobby's still trying to put some pistons in, so you're all right.
Doing good.
It's, we got like a shadow on the seat there.
Yeah, that's below the 45.
Yeah.
So it might be, that's just like, what is that?
What is that time?
I don't know. There's something on the 45 contact seat right here. Oh my gosh. I think it's soap. I don't know if you can see that. It's like white.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was causing probably our vacuum leak.
Let me.
It's so tiny.
Yeah, because it's almost like smushy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even see it.
So something so small can cause a lot of issues.
Wow.
But that's most likely what caused that.
That's wild.
All right, we got that little piece of garbage out of there. I don't know what it was.
And nothing on the valve?
Nothing on the valve. Valve is good.
Okay.
So we'll put the valve back in.
It's crazy that something even soft like that, it's almost like, I think you're right, it must be soap or something, maybe from the washer.
Yeah, something like that.
If that's it, dude, that...
I mean, I've seen
Well,
just lint from blue paper towels cause bad vacuum.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I mean,
take
so
much.
that would have never caused an issue running. I mean, if that thing's warming up and sucking in all that hot air and all this stuff, probably never would have been an issue, and that would have just got pounded out.
Yep.
Or sucked in, and it just dissolved. But it's cool that's why we check this stuff, because if it was an imperfection or a bad cut in the seat, or a number of different things
Exactly.
would have
Like,
shown up.
best case scenario is a piece of garbage in there and we catch it here,
Yeah.
rather than a bad cut on the seat or a bad valve, and then
Yeah.
you go down a rabbit hole. But yeah, now we'll test this. So that was this one right here with the black mark.
Let's see if it was it.
There you go.
Yep.
Look at that. Perfect. Now what time is it?
3:06.
3:06. Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty
Dude,
good.
you're still on time.
Still on time.
Nice job, dude.
But yeah, I'll bag this up, give it to Bobby so no debris gets in there.
No little specks of
No,
soap.
yeah, no little specks of soap floating around.
Okay.
So
Great job, dude.
sweet, thank you.
Meanwhile.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, coming along.
Really well, dude.
Yeah,
Okay, so you got 4.
5 in so
5.
far, yeah.
Nice.
Gonna torque up 5 and 6, move on to 7 and 8.
Dude, you're cruising. It's just after 3.
I'm doing my best, you know. We'll see if I can get the heads on today.
Honestly, lubricating those studs properly and cleaning them and everything takes a little bit of time to do correctly. So we'll see how far we get, but we're well on track to be done by the end of the day tomorrow, even midday.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about finishing it in the slightest.
Right. I mean, where you almost have a short block done, you got all that mess of rocker arms and stuff to do.
Yep.
Okay.
Good to go. Spins over wonderfully by hand. So
Beautiful.
everything's been amazing so far.
Sweet, dude. Okay. Love it. All right, we'll let you keep cruising away. You're making good time.
Cool. Sitting right above 20. It's actually already been going for 4 minutes.
The next day.
Bobby, I just came into the build room after doing a few things, and look at this. He's got the valve train on. He's got his compression leads hooked up. I hear the sim test warming up, so he's just cruising. This is exciting. I actually just got off the phone with the customer as well. They confirmed that they're coming here. They're driving from quite a ways to get here. They are leaving Sunday to be here Monday morning first thing, so we're gonna see how their engine looks. But yeah, this is almost ready for sim, it sounds like. These guys do a great job. I'm gonna go fill in Cole a little bit. Bobby's out in the shop, so then we're gonna meet up with him and get this thing sim tested. What's up, Bobby?
What's going on? Finish this up, but we got some bad news.
I
Don't
like-
have an oil pump for it.
No.
So we've got one on order. It'll be coming in today, so it'll still get done. But everything's fully assembled and ready to rock once we get the oil pump in.
Well, I gotta pick my jaw up from off the floor. No oil pump. Ah, he's on the phone, dang it.
Yeah, he's probably working on it right now. We just found out.
Man, I thought we had a shelf full of these things.
We have them, but not for the LML.
Dang
so it was a square port are the ones we have. These take a circle port.
Okay, but we got the pickup tube.
Got the pickup tube, got the bolts. Everything's ready to rock.
Are you sure it'll be here today?
That is something I'm going to talk to Colt about.
Okay.
He's making calls right now. That's why he's on the phone.
Okay.
So.
I just spoke with the customer this morning. They're driving up Sunday to be here first thing Monday morning. So their plan is to be waiting for us at our doorstep.
Yep, it will be ready by then.
Okay.
No matter what.
Okay. Now, I was thinking about this, and I think because this is one of the first engines Colt has worked with, this has got to have a timing cover and oil pan. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm going to confirm with him, but yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah. So just more curveballs here this morning.
Well, we'll source an oil pan and a front cover, and luckily I got it finished up yesterday, so I've got all day today. It's 10:20 in the morning.
Yeah, so
that's 7 hours.
Did you do this last night, all of it?
I did everything last night, yes.
Dude.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
It was 6.5 hours on the dot. I mean, I literally finished up at 5:29. I lashed the last valve.
Dude.
So.
Nice job. Well, last time I was talking to you, you were worried about getting the heads on and torqued up and everything.
Yeah.
You went beyond that and finished it.
I didn't have like a run 330. I was looking at the progress, and I had the short block together and everything, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this done, but kicked it into high gear and somehow got it done. It passed the pressure tests.
Sweet.
Luckily, right away. So
beautiful.
As long as we don't have any issues, we'll source a front cover, oil pan, oil pump, and we'll get it done today. Like I said, at least we've got all day. So
pump's in stock at a dealer. I'm gonna run and go get it now.
Where, north or south? Where are you headed? North? Okay.
Cool.
Later.
So you got the oil pump on.
Yep. Yeah, we're force feeding it right now, so it's running independently off
Right.
the oil pump. You can see I still have the pickup down there.
Yeah.
So over on the other side where the oil cooler usually is, it exits, like the oil pump picks it up, moves it through the front, exits out, goes through the oil cooler and then comes back in.
Okay.
So we're force feeding on the inlet,
Okay.
but the outlet to the oil, I guess it would technically be the inlet to the oil cooler, is not blocked off right now. So what's kind of cool is that we can force feed this, still have the pickup down in the oil, but we're not back feeding anywhere.
Okay.
So you'll see it when I start running it. It'll start dumping oil out of that hole on that side, and that's just the oil pump relieving itself out. But right now we're force feeding it, we're pre-lubing it. That way there's never anything as like a dry start.
Right.
Even though we use assembly lube on everything.
Right.
So we're getting good oil at all the rocker arms and everything. As you can see, they're dumping oil.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see all of these have got oil coming. Sweet. Okay.
This is all
So
a good sign.
pass the pressure test, finishing the sim test.
Yep.
So far, so good.
Yeah, we're just getting it warmed up right now.
Beautiful.
I'm about to run a manual torque test, which will tell us if, I mean, I turn it over by hand and I didn't feel anything, but it'll give us an actual reading in Newton meters, how hard it is to turn the engine over, which is really nice to know. You know, if you have one of those rods on backwards, like that one Duramax that we had one time where it's picking up on the radius,
Yeah.
you would probably see that in the manual torque
You'd
test.
see it like a spike.
It would
almost.
spike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can run one real quick. I usually run two. The machine seems to like read pretty high. We have it set as a minimum torque of 0 and a max of 40. We'll run 5 revolutions through it. There we go. So you'll see it, it'll always jump up. That was really good. Really smooth is typically, it'll slow down and then it jumps up. That's always where I see our good motors float around, is 27 to 29 Newton meters.
Okay.
Usually we get a bigger spike on the beginning. We just saw 30. That's totally fine.
Because it's got to kind of
it's
get
breaking
the
the
rotation
static
going.
friction. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And static friction is always higher than dynamic friction, but 31 Newton meters, that's great. This
Beautiful.
thing just got pumped up. I bet if we run it again, it'll give us an even better reading. So you'll see that spike up to 29, 25, 26. That is smooth.
Yeah.
Now all that's left is we're going to run a compression test, hook up all the compression fittings to each cylinder, make sure they're all within 5% of each other.
Right.
And then after that, I've got a fitting over on the other side that I was telling you about, the oil cooler, how it's got that open hole.
Right.
We have this, which pretty much just loops the 2 lines.
Okay.
So typically, I want to say that would be the inlet to the oil cooler, and we just loop it around. So it won't have an oil cooler on it, it just loops the oil pressure. We've got this set up at the turbo.
For your oil pressure. Okay.
Exactly. So we'll
Sweet.
be able to read pressure right off there.
Because we want to know, is the oil pump feeding the correct amount of pressure?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this allows us, so the benefit, and I tell people all the time, I'm like, don't take our word for it. Like, yeah, Bobby's great, everybody's great, but we actually stand behind it by documenting. That's why you're using the tablet. That's why you write all the specs and all this stuff down. But we make sure every engine is ran off its own oil pump, that it's getting its own oil pressure. So once you put it in, if you got no oil pressure, you got to look at something else.
You know, maybe your
It's-
pickup's clogged, or you use too much silicone when you install the oil pan and it sucks some up through the pickup tube.
Right.
I mean, there's a host of problems it could be. Even on Cummins, sometimes I put the gasket. It's almost a symmetrical gasket, but it's not quite symmetrical. If you don't put that pickup tube gasket on perfectly, it will block off the oil feed and you will not see oil pressure.
Right.
So you have to be very careful about things like that.
Well, you're way ahead of schedule.
Yes.
Excellent
Somehow.
job.
Thank you.
This is way cool. We'll let it drain, get it palletized here today, and then see the guy on Monday.
It was a great effort by the whole team here. I definitely don't want to take any credit. I mean, Eric knocked these heads out. Cole knocked out the crankshaft and the rods. Dakota cleaned the block and machined it. I mean, it was a great team effort. Everyone came together and it was awesome.
You're a true gentleman, dude. That's why we love Bobby.
3 days later.
I was looking at the chat. We have a little chat thing on our store.
Yeah.
And I, at one point, so wish I could throw somebody else under the bus, but I can't. I, at one point, was in the chat with this guy and said that you know, this engine can come with the timing cover and oil pan. And then that specific order never came, we didn't get a payment or anything, so in the chat it just shows that nothing happened.
Okay.
But then since the phone call, we never linked the phone call and stuff with this specific chat. So I think this guy may be coming in expecting timing cover and oil pan.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
All right. I'll get on it.
I'm throwing you a curveball of
It's all right. I'll
curveballs
get
here
on
on
it.
Monday.
Do we have an oil pan as well, or just a front cover?
Yes, so Cole ran over, got the timing cover, so we just cleaned that up, and then the oil pan, Dakota found one, and he's cleaning that up.
Okay.
So we just painted it.
All right. When is the customer going to be here?
So that's the part that I'm going to go talk to Colt about right now and see. We have not seen the customer yet this morning. He said he might be in first thing this morning. That's what we were expecting, but I don't know.
All right.
I don't
I'll
know
get
what
it
that
on as
means.
soon as I can.
Okay. All right. So curveball. I just dropped it on Bobby.
Okay.
In the chat, you and I may have discussed it this morning. In the chat, he might be expecting timing cover and oil pan, and I'm not sure what time he's going to arrive this morning. So Bobby's going to try and do that really quick. We're cleaning up an oil pan timing cover, but we need to call the customer and see if he's going to be here this morning.
I haven't talked to him yet. I did get an email from him. It looks like they're still on the road. They've got about 6 hours to go till they'll be here.
Okay.
So I'm going to call him, say, when do you think you'll be in, just so we can have stuff ready.
Oh, that's perfect then.
Yeah. So Shipwreck, New Mexico, he still has about 6 hours to get here. He's got some travel.
Okay, well that works great. All right, I think the customer just showed up. Colt's out there with them, so let's go meet him and get the engine unloaded so we can inspect the core. I hear it's got a broken crankshaft, so let's see if it's got that and what else worse it has going on with it. And then after that inspection, we'll load up their engine. They beat us to it. They're quicker than us. Dude, you don't waste no time.
That's right.
Well, so far it looks like a Duramax, but that's all we know.
So take a picture of how we got it, and then we can go ham.
Let's see where it broke. I know where it broke. Right after the first rod journal.
So what?
Right before.
It was making a lot of clatter, didn't you say?
No. So basically what happened is we did an injector balance test on it, right?
Okay.
It looked out of whack. I think 1 or 2 or 3, one of them was dumping too much fuel in it.
Okay.
So we said, okay, we're going to get new injectors. Put new injectors in, fired it up. The knot was still there, but worse this time.
Okay.
And then we're trying to adjust, trying to make sure that there's no injector problem anymore.
Right.
And finally we gave up and we said, this got to be the engine.
Yeah.
And then we took it apart, and what do you know? It was the
crank?
It was the crank.
Yeah.
It's right after the first rod journal.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
We're gonna definitely look at that, but then we'll pull off the head.
See how the cylinders
try and do
are.
both heads and see how those look too. If we got a piston or anything that's bad, or if the cylinder head's damaged.
So the it fires right up,
Really?
and the knot kept getting worse, so that we stopped running
Yeah.
at all. So-
Okay.
And then when we touched the crank, of course, you could tell it moves.
You guys made quite the trek up here.
Oh yeah.
It's a long ways. How long was that drive? That's your.
We took off at like 7, and now we're here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. You got a water, but do you want anything
No,
else?
this is good.
Okay. Okay.
I just want to see what the man says.
Let's rip and shred.
Sounds good. So your Miles, you're actually related to your Dave?
To Dave, yes, he's
Okay.
my dad.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
cool. Yeah,
Yep.
I saw all the stuff that you guys do.
Oh,
Pretty exciting.
well, we appreciate that. That's very
And
kind.
then we did price shop around,
Uh-huh.
and by the time you get a crank that's slotted, cam that's slotted, the cost just comes back at the same amount.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
We've done so many of these Duramax engines that not doing some of those things is just
Not worth
crazy.
it.
Yeah. You have your own shop, don't you?
Yeah,
Very nice.
we do Duramax, Cummins, Power Stroke, you know, the whole
Okay.
9 yard.
Very nice.
Only thing we haven't seen is an L5P.
Oh, well, you know,
because they're new, you know.
yeah, we started seeing those this year, but it's, yeah, we have not seen a lot, as many as we'd expect.
Let me send a selfie to my son,
Oh, yeah.
Nicholas. Yeah, he's gonna be like, what the heck?
How does this side look, Cole?
Normal.
Oh, still.
We got some on this side now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we definitely made contact with the valves on this.
Oh, that's after the rod is loose.
Yeah.
So it went too far.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's,
The rod is not, the crank is not holding the, we shouldn't have kept it running.
Well.
I mean, it was low RPM
Yeah.
when it was happening.
Well, I can tell. I mean, it looks like it's just kissed it. You guys caught it pretty early, though. I mean,
Yep.
usually when those cranks break, it starts to just kiss that cylinder head a little bit, and then it gets really bad really, really quick. So I'm surprised it's, I mean, it's not great, but we've seen way worse. Anything crazy?
Nothing crazy on these two.
The engine that we built for you has compression, good oil pressure. Yep, if you want to see it here, why these guys are getting that apart.
Oh, shucks. We didn't bring the oil pan.
That's okay. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
All right.
Yeah, so we've got your oil pumps in there.
Mm-hmm.
We put the timing cover on. Both upper and lower oil pans are on there for you. We did put on cylinder head studs. on
Oh,
this
wow.
boat.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he can tow with it now, huh?
Yeah, he can have a little more peace of mind for sure. We did do updated cylinder head gaskets as well, so some really nice upgrades there. So these are a Cometic MLX gasket, and so it's the multi-layer still, but then it has an improved
Around the
firing
cylinder,
area.
yeah.
Yes, and then we ran it in this machine right next to us here.
Oh, yeah, I wish I had one of those. That would be cool.
You know,
You run it and everything's already checked out, huh?
Yep.
Nice. Let's go see
So-
the crank. The 2-piece crank.
The 2-piece.
Man, I think this engine can be rebuilt pretty.
I mean, looks like besides the crank, look at the rods here. And we'll just have to check the rods to make sure they're not bent or anything, but
This one possibly might have got hurt.
yeah, we have a little device that checks to see if the rod is bent. That looks pretty dang good.
I mean, oil changes and everything we know is exact every time. You know,
Yeah.
so he's on it maintenance wise, and he heard it, so he stopped driving it right away.
Yeah.
So now we just have to check the mains. And the main looks good. We're kind of okay on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still got register. That's pretty good.
That is impressive.
That one.
Ah, that does not.
Yeah, that one spun.
Oh, that bearing spun?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah,
All right.
look, I think this is the bearing. The bearing doesn't look super terrible, but you can see it
It's
spun on
spun,
the
yeah.
outside.
Yeah. I mean, the main cap doesn't even feel horrible. Like it's not a huge groove or anything, but
Yeah, you can see it definitely got really hot.
Maybe I should take that back with me.
Half of the crank.
We don't need it. It's a cool show and tell piece.
Yep.
So what are you thinking, Mikkel?
So I'm thinking, you know, we have a good cap from another block. We've got register. So really, I think we'll just need to oversize a little bit, line hone, and I think we'll be able to save the block.
Okay, cool, beautiful. All right, and then we'll check with, we'll follow up with Cole.
yeah, that rod's straight.
Sweet.
This other one, it's not bent.
Wow.
Two good rods.
Holy cow.
It's a
Who would
miracle.
have thought? Break a crankshaft and you can still maybe be okay on the block.
I mean, yeah. And you can see the rod bores look pretty darn good for
How much? He said 180,000 or something.
Yeah, right about 180,000.
Yeah, those. I mean, you still see the hone marks. It must have just broke and then.
Yeah.
Stopped.
Yeah, this thing couldn't have driven very far.
No.
Yeah. Wow, impressive. Okay, so I think all we've got is a broken crank.
Sweet.
Well, we have a lot more than that,
I'll
but
take that good news.
yeah.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I guess you got some bad news for me on this thing.
Pretty bad news.
Dang it.
On this main bearing that spun on number 2. Yeah, there's just a little crack coming off that oil hole.
Dang it. Okay.
Which really sucks because otherwise this block was.
Looks, yeah, it's great.
It looks great.
You think it's just from all that heat from that bearing spinning? Darn it. That must have just been the perfect storm because we've had bearings spin and
it's pretty rare. Normally, if we see them crack, they're down by the cam bearing.
Yeah.
They'll crack, down here and up, but.
Ah, darn it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you caught it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we caught it and it doesn't go into somebody else's engine.
Yeah.
But.
Or at least we didn't get started machining it and then find it.
And then find it, yeah.
Hours into this thing.
Yeah. Thanks for being thorough, and
yeah,
I guess we'll. The guy's got a good engine. At least that's the biggest thing. All right. Well, a lesson learned for me. I shouldn't have rushed this. I should have made sure that we did all of our checks before I said it was good. But the guy got a very minimal core charge, and now we're stuck with a piece of junk. Darn it.